Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say, ho, 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 cousins. I'm Cousin Seth.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
There he is, Cousin Seth, everybody. I can't even believe it.
You know how many times I
Yes.
ran that through my head? I was like, who are you? You know who you are. Come on.
You know who you are. Cousin Seth, we have not recorded much lately. We've been trying to do
No.
it weekly or so, but we missed a little bit because we were waiting for some big news to happen and just nothing was really happening to go on. Now, you always have big news, so you've been filling me in. We've just had a whole show before this show that we didn't record, which maybe we should have with what's going on in your life. But before we get into it, Seth, and welcome back, everybody. We missed the Christmas Cousins community. It's been a couple weeks. Missed seeing my dear cousin Seth on the other side. Cousin Seth, quick love life update, or should we save that at the end? Because everybody's going to want to know, how are things with you and Mrs. X going? You know the crowd loves it. Oh, they love it.
Well, I am not going to go to my default. Things are awesome. Things are incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's been moving along very nicely. Things are progressing at a great pace.
Wow.
Yeah. I managed to get a lot of my quote unquote pesky little quirks out there, and she seems okay.
Oh, okay. Because there's a lot of them, Seth. You've been coming up with new ones since I've known you in the 70s. So you must have just jam-packed them all in a few months.
Yeah, it's kind of ever developing and growing monster. It lives inside of me.
It's always something new. So, okay, so the relationship's going better than your audio quality right now, is what you would say.
Yes, I apologize. I'll try to do some changing, moving around, stuff like that if I pull closer.
Cousin Seth's headphones stopped working right before we recorded. So anybody who has an extra pair of headphones they want to send Cousin Seth. We know he's one of the world's richest men. You would think he'd have headphones, but he didn't become the world's richest man by just randomly buying extra pairs of headphones. I guess that's a tip we should all learn, right, Seth?
Even if a $7 pair would do the trick.
So Seth, that's been going well. Everything else has been going well, I know, with you. Now with me, Seth, I was very excited because recently I saw on Netflix a new premiere of what I thought was a Christmas series. So my wife and I get our blanket together. We get some hot cocoa. I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I can't believe they released this right now. A little Christmas movie. So we pop it on and it turns out, Seth, Baby Reindeer is not a Christmas movie. I was shocked. Have you seen it?
No, but it is saved in my list.
It is
to watch. Yes, and I was asking myself, I'm like, why is this saved? Mrs. X and I were actually going through it, looking for something to watch, and I read through the kind of synopsis. I'm like, this looks interesting, but like, what? I still couldn't make the connection. I was like, oh. That was the closest connection I could make, but
yeah. So just be forewarned. Do not think you're seeing a Hallmark holiday rom-com. It's quite the opposite, but it is fantastic. I'm not done yet, but it's fascinating. So give it a watch. Just I see reindeer. I'm like, oh, it's on. Let's go. I'm picturing snow in a small town in Vermont. Not quite, Seth.
Or you an origin story of where Santa's reindeer came from. Like, oh my God,
yes.
And you're like, not it. Not
at all. I was spitting hot cocoa everywhere. It was wild. So anyway, Seth, but we're not here to just talk about reindeers. We're not here to talk about your love life, although I'm happy things are going so well. Although, again, for the benefit of the show, we really need some speed bumps because, that's going to be a whole special.
Yeah.
The time and thing before the music, one of those VH1 specials.
It seems like those things, they're there. I think it's like those things are going to be present, but unfortunately, it's kind of out of it's not relationship centered or focused for us. It's kind of like things in our periphery. So.
Okay. Now you are coming out again.
Falling into.
Well, you are coming back out, Seth. Everybody loved when you and I were here recording live. That was a lot of fun, although we didn't get to do our Instagram live that we wanted. But you were coming back out this summer. Looks like late July, early August. There you go, paparazzi. I tipped you off.
Yeah.
So the question is, are you coming solo with your son like the other trips? Or is it possible that Mrs. X will be making the trip over as well? I didn't want to ask you off air. I had to ask you the big question on air. Cousin Seth.
Yeah, how I
Let's
didn't
go.
volunteer
Rock and
that,
roll.
because yes, I obviously have a little bit of it being that I am in the relationship. And we have discussed it. And yeah, I think if I know you've extended the invite, and I think it's lovely. And yeah, I think she would take me, you guys up on it. And,
wow. Did you hear that, crowd? You hear that, audience? Live and in person with Cousin Seth's son, and Mrs. X. This is mind blowing. That's right, Bagpipe. Bobby Bagpipe is too excited over there. Wow.
If we're there, is that gonna draw too much attention to the house? Maybe it's better if we stay somewhere else. I know there are some nice places nearby. Don't get me wrong, I would love to stay with you.
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
thinking, respect for your.
Well, last time you did the right thing. Last time you rented out, when you came to visit, you rented out 5 nearby villas and you stayed with me, but the paparazzi didn't know which villa you were at, and you were just staying in my guest room. So that was smart. I would do that again. Yes. Yeah.
We had beers, sat on the roof, and just watch. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe that. So you'll be out in August. I wonder if there'll be fall beers out. We could do the fall beer show again live, because that was a lot of fun doing it together. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was a lot
maybe. That would be cool. I think by August there should be some pumpkin beers or something.
Find something, I think.
All right. If not, we'll make our own.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll learn how to spend the next couple months learning how to brew beer.
That's right. Speaking of which, we should announce our Christmas Cousins Kolsch that we have brewing. Are we doing that, Seth? Are we doing that? It's a good idea.
I think we can talk about it.
Okay. There you go.
Any bottlers or anything like that.
You'll build a brewery. But Seth, we are not here to talk about you buying villas to throw off the paparazzi, your new beer enterprises. We are here because Hallmark just announced on May 31st. This is breaking news. I texted you right away. I was so excited. I was actually talking to Joe, the Christmas aficionado. We were messaging, and I was like, hey, when are they going to announce this Christmas in July lineup? And literally then I checked, and they just did it like 57 minutes earlier. So that was funny that it was just happened. So they announced their Christmas in July lineup. It is here, everybody. It's very exciting. And they're debuting a few new movies, Cousin Seth, one that takes place in June. So they're doing Christmas in July. They always started in June, but they're actually doing a new movie in June, which is wild. So let's go through this. So generally what they've done in years past, I assume they're doing that. They'll start the movies at least playing like from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., like that June 25th through July something, on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Then they switch it over to the Hallmark Channel, where they'll do again like 6 a.m. or whatever till 10 p.m. nonstop movies. They don't play it overnight, which would be cool. I think they should do 24 hours a day for July. But they are announcing a few new movies. So June 29th, have you gotten to look over these movies yet, Seth?
I haven't. Yeah.
You have not, did you say? Or you have?
I have not, but I have the article.
Okay. That's okay. I only sent him the article a little bit like 30 hours ago, and it's solid 3-minute read. So I understand, Seth.
I've been in a nice exchange of Hallmark movies with some people in Mrs. X's circle. Right now,
you did.
Go back to that, but yeah, some nice recommendations, holiday theme and stuff like that. So maybe we can pull it. Yeah,
okay. Maybe we could cover a non-one. So Seth, are they, when you're hanging out with Mrs. X's circle, how are they handling that they're there with the cousin Seth? I mean, you're my own cousin, and I get starstruck at times. How are they handling that star power, that charisma? What's going on there? And people are probably just freaking out.
We got away from this so quickly. I apologize. It really wasn't me trying to.
We need to know, though. We need to know.
So I did meet Mrs. X's parents. It went very well.
No, that's big news. He met the parent, everybody. Okay, yeah. It went well.
And it was made not to me. Afterwards, it was very, very nice guy. So I came off very well. But that I was different on the podcast than I was in real life.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
There was a part of me that was curious, like which one was more preferred. But
Right. So you're like Howard Stern always said he was different off air, like a really nice, sweet guy off air than on air. He had his kind of on air persona. So that's kind of you is what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess that was a takeaway.
Okay. I
Yeah.
find you delightful both on and off air. So if anyone from the inner circle's listening, any
Mhm.
version of Cousin Seth is a great version. If take it from me, I've known him since the Carter administration. So I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yes.
That's
So
great.
and Seth,
Um,
they're not just liking you for your money, correct?
mhm. Yeah, no, no, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
not. Right?
What did you hide from them? This is a funny story, but Seth told me he didn't want to flaunt his wealth in front of the new people he's meeting. So he said instead of taking his Bentley, he took his 2-year-old Mercedes to meet them because he thought that would throw it off, that would be like, oh, I'm just like a common man. And then the next date, he took his 3-year-old Porsche. And then the next date, his 1-year-old BMW. So Seth, I have to explain to you as a common person, this is not hiding your wealth, Seth, just because you're not taking your fleet of Bentleys. You understand
Well,
this, right?
you also did point out, though, another thing I should have done was drive the vehicle myself. Like having
Right, exactly. Right.
completely just, yeah.
Yeah, that would throw it off. Yeah. Especially date 5 when you pick Mrs. X up in a helicopter. That is
Mhm.
no like way to hide, but whatever. That's how you do things, Seth. So
It's a little weird. Yeah, 'cause the helicopter picked her up and brought her back to where I was, which was not. I should have been there in the helicopter.
right.
Yeah, I
But
get it. Look, we all mess up
yeah, you're learning. You're learning. Normally you just send people out, so there you go. But anyway, Seth, we are here to talk about
sometimes.
Saturday, June 29th, Hallmark Christmas in July lineup. June 29th is their
Yeah.
first movie. Now, this is called Falling Like Snowflakes. I like the title, starring Rebecca Dalton and Marcus Rosner. Now, I don't know Rebecca Dalton so much, but you remember Marcus Rosner because he was in what was it, Falling for Love or whatever that first autumn movie we did. He's the guy with that super chiseled jawline that looks like an AI created a Hallmark hunk. That's him. He's
Yeah.
been in a lot of these. And so here's what it is. A photographer, who's the lady Rebecca, determined to complete her exhibit by capturing a rare photo of a 12-sided snowflake, enlists the help of a childhood friend, Marcus Rosner, and they go on a mission they'll never forget. So think about this. The heat of late June. We're getting ready for July 4th, but we could sit down, snuggle up with Falling Like Snowflakes. At that point, I don't care what it's about. I'm into it, Seth. 12-sided snowflakes, childhood friends, rare photos. What are you thinking about this one, Seth? Is this a possibly
Yeah.
what are we talking what are you thinking, Seth?
Yeah, fine. I
You
mean,
don't look thrilled.
other than it's going to be obviously take place in the winter time. Where's the Christmas theme? It's
Oh,
did you miss that?
good question. You're right. Just because it's a snowflake, that could be December. That could be December, January, February. You're in Chicago. That could be March. Good point,
Yeah,
Seth.
I mean, granted, maybe it's a good one to kick off. It's going to people get the feel of winter and stuff like that. But I think people are very familiar with what winter feels like. They can be
Right.
left into it and just kind of go.
Wow. You were blowing my mind, Seth. You're right. And in the picture, she has a red jacket on, but he just has like a regular jacket on. Where's the Christmas? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Seth, yes.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
it. That's a great
the
thought.
reflection of Christmas in one of her images of the snowflake.
Yeah, nothing. Are there other photos somewhere around we need to see? Because you're right. If that's just, I'm sure it is Christmassy, but in the photo they're showing, I'm just seeing them hiking in the winter.
Yeah.
So, wow. Good call, Seth. Okay, so we'll have to see because if they're just trying to throw, last year they did that in Christmas in July. They had that ice. You weren't even watching these things yet. They had like an ice palace, ice Christmas movie, and it had nothing to do with Christmas. It was just in a frozen hotel, basically. So it was really lame. Now, here's the interesting part, Seth. I wonder, because this is only your second time around this Christmas in July, how many of these people you'll actually remember from last holiday season and last fall. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I see some of the names and stuff. Some of their faces, I'm sure they'll stick out.
Yeah. Okay. And some of it will be like all brand new to you again. And you'll have a new way to watch it because with Mrs. X's inner circle, loving Hallmark, boy, did they find the right guy. You're like a professional Hallmark reviewer at this point. It's wild.
No worries. I'm working my way to that status.
Yes, you're getting there. Okay, so here's the next one. Now, there's one on July 1st, which is interesting, on the Hallmark Movies Now app, which I don't have. Possibly you have. Monday, July 1st. Now, this is with two people we've seen, Ashley Newbrough and Christopher Russell. Ashley Newbrough was in Small Town Christmas. That was the one that you and I did. That was the blind watching where I just described it all to you and you never saw it. It's fantastic. That's the one where he does like the Jimmy Stewart opening, Christopher Palaha. Fantastic. Yeah. One of my favorites.
And
She's the lead.
Direction was my favorite part of it. I don't even know that I ended up watching the movie. I was like,
well, I thought thanks, our cousin Seth. It's one of the world's greatest impressions. Sounds nothing like him, but you get the idea. So that's on their Hallmark Movies Now app. Now it looks like a good movie. I'll tell you about it, and you tell me what you think. Is it worth us getting the app just for this one movie, or do we think they're going to, I guess, port the movie from Hallmark Movies Now into the regular channel for the holiday season? I assume they will. So when an antique nutcracker set to be auctioned, this is called Operation Nutcracker, which frankly sounds very painful, Seth. When an antique nutcracker, just the title alone, I'm not looking to snuggle up anywhere. When an antique nutcracker set to be auctioned at the Warby family Christmas charity goes missing, a demanding event planner played by Newbrough and the heir to the Warby dynasty, Christopher Russell, try to track it down. So it's like a mystery one.
Okay.
Definitely Christmassy. What are you thinking?
Yeah, there's a little mystery to it. I kind of like this. It's
okay.
Clue set around the holidays. Yeah, I'm excited. This one is premieres on July 1st.
You have to subscribe to Hallmark Movies Now for it, though. Will you go that far? Will you subscribe to Hallmark Movies Now just for this movie?
I don't know. Maybe I have access to it already. I don't know if it's part of any packages or is it like a Hallmark package?
I don't know if you get it on an app. I don't have it, so I don't know. It might be part of your cable. I don't know, or if it's like special. I have no idea.
Oh my God, we're living in the 30s.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Shay, I have no idea. All I get is Walter Cronkite, Shay. That's all I get. Shay.
I don't know, but yeah, maybe if it's like it was a package. So I imagine it's all the Hallmark stuff, and I don't know. We went through Friends.
I don't know. You know what? No one wants to hear us talk cable and 1930s talk. Yeah, Shay, Edward R. Murrow here, Shay. I'm gonna watch the movie on Hallmark Movies Now. So, okay. So, yeah, we have to update my newscaster references as well. Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite. At least get up to Dan Rather and Peter Jennings and Tom Brokaw. At least get into the 80s. Yeah. I should have a funny Peter Jennings story. I was once at somewhere and I was in the bathroom by a urinal and Peter Jennings was in the urinal next to me. It was very interesting. Yeah. Because you'd seen him growing up your whole lives. I was at like some big fancy thing, whatever. And yeah, I was there and he was like to the right of me. He was like, I've seen you on my TV like my whole life. This is really weird. So, and I'm sure I was staring at him. He's probably like, why is this guy staring at me? But I wanted to see if he'd like sign off and that was a great bathroom trip. This is Peter Jennings. But anyway, did he live up to the name Peter Jennings? Hi-oh.
Right. He's still had a second career. That one didn't.
Oh man. All right. We're going downhill fast. So the next one is July 6th, Three Wise Men and a Baby extended cut, Seth. So have you ever actually seen Three Wise Men and a Baby yet?
Yeah. With Tyler Hines.
Tyler Hines, yes. Andrew Walker
and Christopher Palaha.
No. Try again. You got this. We saw him in that. He was the curmudgeonly author.
Yeah, I can picture. What's the first letter of the first name?
First letter is P. P.
Oh my God, I have no idea. I know exactly what it is.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Cousin Seth has forgotten some of the Hallmark actors already. So it's going to be like the first season all over again. It's all going to be new to you.
So there are three brothers that get this baby.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. So this will be now they have, they announced the new one coming out, Three Wise Men and a Boy or whatever, the sequel coming out. So this is the extended cut. I don't know what they left on the cutting floor, but this looks interesting to me. I'm definitely down to watch that. That's July 6th. Obviously, it's Tyler Hines. It's going to have a huge following. So that's going to be good no matter what. I'm in. I'm down July 6th. That's like a Sunday, I think. I might be heading back because I'll have a little summer trip going away. So I'll be back. That'd be fun to catch up on that. Okay.
Cool. Going somewhere fun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going to little getaway for a week and then up to New Jersey for a week. So yeah, two tropical getaways, tropical New Jersey and a little family cruise too. So which by the way, I need you to quickly wire me $20,000, Seth. I know it doesn't really, that's fine with you, right?
Done and done.
Done. Okay. Thank you.
The Jersey trip sounded nice.
Oh, it just hit my account. That was fast, Seth. Thank you very much. Wow. This guy doesn't mess around. So next is July 13th, Rescuing Christmas. So I like the title, very Christmassy, starring Rachel Lee Cook and Sam Page. So 'Tis the Season to Be Merry was Rachel Lee Cook's one of her famous Hallmark movies. I think she's great in these movies. The guy Sam Page, you haven't seen him in any. He's in some classic ones, but I'm not a huge Sam Page fan in these movies. A lot of people are. I don't know, something about his movies just haven't struck me, but Rachel Lee Cook in there with it. She's really good in these. This is what happens, Seth. Erin is granted 3 Christmas wishes, with her final wish being that Christmas would just disappear. And to her bewilderment, it does. Can potential suitor Sam help her bring back Christmas? So it's a fantastical one, I guess. What do you think about that, Seth?
I like it. I will definitely
You do?
Yeah.
Ooh, a definite. Wow, okay.
Typical Christmas storyline. But yeah, it I think goes to kind of that whole thing in It's a Wonderful Life when he kind of wishing and ends up with Potter.
Interesting.
So it's kind of see when things go. It's kind of interesting to see when things go to shambles. And then
look at Seth referencing.
Back to.
That's beautiful. You referencing It's a Wonderful Life. You've grown so much, Seth. This is crazy. So
wow. I love those movies. I will watch every single one of those again this year. That I'm excited to do. So it's a matter of when the appropriate time is. Like sit down.
The Christmas classic. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Mrs. X. Well, actually, I know she's only seen a couple of them. So
wow.
I watched them with cousin Seth.
That's right. Where you talk nonstop through it. You talk more than the leads in it.
Right. She's like, you are completely destroying it.
You have more lines than Jimmy Stewart does. Mm-hmm. So so that's cool. Maybe we'll have Mrs. X on to review her first watching of one of these movies. That would be fun.
Yeah, there's going to need to be some voice modulation. And
well, by then she might be official cousin Mrs. X. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. Things are,
You never know.
That's right. Official Mrs. Cousin. I miss my sound effects. When Seth and I talk, we're not recording. Half the time, I'm like, "Where's the sound effect? This is crazy." So,
and just so you know, if answered any questions, if it's been out there, she would not change her name if she would stay Mrs. X. So.
Really? Okay, that's good news. That's breaking news right there again. Breaking news. Okay, so anyway, Seth, here we go. We're next. This next one I'm most excited about. There's 2 more to go. Premiere Saturday, July 20th. I have some big things coming up that week. A move the week after. I think cousin Seth is coming to visit, which is always exciting. I can hear his airplane getting ready. There it goes, cousin Seth's plane. A very Vermont Christmas. Now, one thing if you listen to this show, cousin Chad loves him some small town Christmas and Vermont, New England. I'm amped for this one, but check this one out, Seth. In order to save her family's business, so we're talking small family business, by Christmas, a local champion skier and a Vermont brewmaster, love Christmas, love those Christmas beers, team up and as an unlikely match to create a seasonal microbrew. Are you kidding me?
I love it.
Love it.
Awesome.
We've got to have Joe and Bob on from Festive Foreign Film Fans and Joe the Christmas aficionado on to review this one while we have some beers. That's got they're doing a
Oh,
seasonal
absolutely.
microbrew.
What's
Yeah,
that?
they're doing a seasonal microbrew. I mean, this lends itself beautifully.
Yeah, if we get our hands on some Vermont brews in
Oh, okay.
celebration of the move, oh, this is good. I
You know
love
people, Seth. You know what to do. You know
it.
what to do. Find that beer. You know what to do. Okay. So this so far you're most excited for this one as well, correct?
Yes, yeah. I've never been to Vermont, and I heard it's
Really?
beautiful. I'd love to go.
Seth, I hate that this is so funny that you say that because I was going over your real estate portfolio recently. Do you have no idea you own a ski resort in Vermont? It's
No,
literally called Cousin Seth Mountain. Yeah, it's not far from
could have worked
like
with a
Killington
little
or something.
better name. Was it? Yeah, Killington or Stratton. Like those are cool names.
Yeah. Well,
This,
on the map, it doesn't say anything. It's just like black. It's just totally blacked out. There's nothing. And then
okay,
and you were telling me, yeah, you paid the map guys to do that, the cartographers.
right. Well, there might be some things going on under the actual mountain hill or whatever.
Oh, wow. This is fascinating. It gets deeper and deeper. Cousin Seth, the audience, this is wild. Is it a munitions factory? Is that what it is? An underground munitions factory and on top of your private ski resort? Have I said too much?
No,
I've said too much, Seth.
you said too much, but it's not that.
Oh, geez. What the heck is going on? Where's that coming from? All right. I won't say anything more. Seth, call the snipers off. This is wild. Okay. Anyway, so where are we? We are saying, so this one, Seth, is a definite yes for me. A very Vermont Christmas. Vermont, small family, save the business. Brewers, I'm not looking for the champion skiing. I don't need the skiing, the roller ice skating, whatever thing aspect, but whatever. We'll do that. Seasonal brew. This looks good. July 20th. And by July 20th, there's been a lot of heat. So you're like, let's go for a little break there.
Yeah.
One more, Seth. This one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That picture. Oh, no, that is that one. Okay. Yes. This one, I don't know what to make. Oh, no, the ice rink one is for the next one, Ice Palace Romance. So, okay, good. So that's ice rink is not that one. That's a skier. Cool. Okay. Sorry, Seth. I'm losing my mind. Too exciting. Everything going on at once here.
This is great. How long have they been doing this? Like Christmas in July movie release? It's been a while.
That's a good question. I'm not sure, but you send me the history of Christmas in July in an article, which I haven't gotten to read yet. I should have before this, but it started at like a camp like 50 years ago where they did a Christmas in July celebration, and little by little, it's gotten bigger and bigger. So it is fun. There's a lot more now than ever. So are you going to decorate it all for Christmas in July, a tree or anything?
I don't know. Do people normally?
Some people do, yeah. Some people do like a small tree, or they'll throw out a few decorations for a week or a month just to have a little taste of it, put it back away, then bring it back out for the season. Yeah.
You do it on, oh, okay. So you celebrate on a specific day, like July 25th.
Last year, my daughter and I, we made some Christmas cookies. I watched some of the movies. I think we put out a couple small decorations that we found. Oh yeah, that we had gotten and we like set aside for it. So we put those out. So it was kind of fun, small, but something. It was cool. I liked it. Yeah. So, okay. This next one, Seth, premieres Saturday, July 27th. Ice Palace Romance. Can't say I'm looking forward to this one at all. I'd rather slice my finger off. This is the third year in a row we've got like an Ice Palace movie from Hallmark. I don't like the Ice Palace thing, unless by this they don't, oh, maybe they just mean the ice rink, not like a nice hotel. So that might be better. Okay. This is going to stream already available on Hallmark Movies Now, if you had that. So it's not even just a premiere. It's their premiere, I guess, on regular cable. So the movie makes its television debut during Christmas in July. In it, journalist Celeste Desjardins faces old fears, and she returns her hometown ice rink to cover a story with the help of the owner, Marcus Rosner again. Oh my gosh, it's a very Rosner Christmas. And his young daughter, she begins to reevaluate her life's purpose. Now, when we had Bran on from Deck the Hallmark, he said Marcus Rosner, I think he said, has his like own studio, like production companies popping these things out. So maybe that's how he's in so many. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He did mention that.
Maybe. I thought he'd be busy chiseling his jawline, but I guess he's doing some other things too.
Yeah. A little clinic or something, a little day in there.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for the Rosner jawline next time I'm at the doctor. See what they could do. So if you see me, all of a sudden like, hi Seth,
Like,
Hi,
wow,
I'm jetting my hair.
just like prominent.
So prominent. So Seth, what are you thinking about this one? Ice Palace Romance. I think they're throwing in a winter movie again. It might be a little Christmassy. I don't know. I'm not excited for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be like it's probably more about like an ice festival around this ice palace.
Something. It could be good. We could be wrong, but for right now, I like when it's Christmas. There's 40 of those to choose from, then all the Lifetime ones together. So if there's a bad one, you're like, okay. This though, it's the only new movie of the week. You know what? I'll probably give it the 10-minute rule, and I'll go from there, Seth. Good
Right,
call.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that is a good rule to apply to some of these.
Well, you forgot about it because every time you said you were going to do the 10-minute rule, then we talk like on Monday. I go, Seth, did you watch that movie for 10 minutes? You go, what movie? And what are we doing here?
That's why I never.
That's right.
This is
That's
good
right.
feedback for me to get. I know a lot of people are kind of like averse to feedback or criticism of that, but yeah, this is good for me to know.
Yes.
I take this information. I don't do anything to improve on it, but
It's what they call a feedback loop in the corporate world. Whether you do anything, whether or not, I don't know. But when you're perfect, you don't really need to improve. I guess that's your theory, Sethy.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Cousin Seth, everybody. Cousin Seth here. Stare at it. This is amazing.
Not any of these movies.
Not what?
Not a one of these movies I make an appearance in.
No, but you are in a movie coming out this year and maybe more to come. Actually, they're filming. I live by the beach in North Carolina, and they were filming some Christmas movie coming out of something. I think it's like a bigger budget one. It's called Merv or something. I don't know, but there are some Christmas decorations randomly over by the beach and filming around town. Nice. So yeah, it's like about a dog or something.
Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to take place in Florida. I'm reading it right now. Oh, it's Zooey Deschanel and Charlie Cox hit the beach in first Merv movie, indie rom-com. So it's supposed to take place in Florida, but they are filming it down here in North Carolina. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I guess it's a bigger budget movie. Interesting. I saw them filming some yesterday actually in town. So we'll see. That'll be interesting. But yeah, we'll have to get you a role in it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a family business. Hey.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make them an offer we can't refuse. Get me in that movie, Seth. That would be great. Mm-hmm. So they go on a vacation to lift their dog's spirits. A recently separated couple. Okay. Well, we'll see. It'd be interesting to see the local spots, I guess. Anyway, Cousin Seth, we said it all. We did it all. We covered it all. Christmas in July. We're going to do one more episode, a hiatus episode, just covering a few things before we take a little summer break. Don't worry, we'll be around. You'll get your Cousin Seth fix. Seth, there's also 128 other episodes besides this one people can catch up on if they missed the Cousins while we're taking a little summer break.
Yeah, it's a good time to catch up. Definitely a good time to catch up. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their summer, relaxing, taking it easy, getting some wherever you find your happy and relaxing place.
That's right. And the nice thing is, even if they've heard all 128 episodes, there are many that need to be listened to again. I sent you a clip the other day that was cracking up that I forgot about. Your Christmas tree lot story was really funny. So there's a ton of great ones out there. So anyway, Cousin Seth, we cover that Baby Reindeer is not a Christmas movie. We cover the Christmas in July movies. We got many updates on your love life. And we'll do a little hiatus episode. It might be a few minutes. It might be longer. We'll see. Yeah. And we'll be back after that. We'll be hitting it with the Hallmark premiere. We'll be doing Christmas in July. We'll be doing live shows with us together. We'll be doing the beers, the Trader Joe's, the fall, the pumpkin, the Christmas. Oh, it's on. It's going to be so great, Seth.
I'm ready to get back into it. I got some big plans for this year. Now I kind of got a piece, and it's definitely doing a hot cocoa bar. So I haven't talked about it. I mean, obviously using your model as a jumping off point, but it's I'm excited.
I love that. The Christmas
benefit from it.
The Christmas Cousins Cocoa Kit. Are we putting that out this year, Seth? It's brilliant.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. We can go and be our own buyers, and we'll go to, I'm sure the majority of stuff will come from Trader Joe's. Put it together.
Yeah, we'll put it together. People can go take their own list and make it themselves at Trader Joe's. That's a fun idea. I like that or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Run, don't walk to your local Trader Joe's or jog. as we hear. So whatever works when that comes out, that's a good idea. But I like that you're going to do that. You have a lot of people to do it for. So maybe you're going to surprise Mrs. X's inner circle with a whole hot cocoa bar. How fun is that?
Yeah,
We need
I think
full
I'll give you
report.
some good brownie points.
Yes. And brownies are good in the hot cocoa bar too. Peppermint brownies. I've had
Yeah.
those with it too. There you go. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Well, Cousin Seth, thank you for joining me. As always, this has been a lot of fun. Everybody, it's been great to be back. The Christmas Cousins community. We want to hear from you at Christmas Cousins Pod on Instagram and Facebook, christmascousinspod@gmail.com. And please give us a rating and a review on iTunes. If you haven't yet, subscribe on Spotify, all that good stuff. Everybody, I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
He is Cousin Seth.